I know it's going to be different for each one of us because we each have things going on in our life or whatever. But what time do you find, what time do you prospect? And is it every day do you prospect at the same time?
8 to 11 every
So
single day.
every single day.
For
That's
15 years.
okay.
There's not a day that I do not prospect. I mean, unless I've scheduled that day off. I prospect every single day, from 8 to 11. And that the law in the state of Washington is from 8 in the morning till 9 at night. You can call for sale by owner at 7:30 because they've advertised the house for sale. But I don't do that. 8 o'clock. And usually by the time I'm off the phones with my partners at 8, sometimes they go to 8:05 or whatever if we're having just like too much fun. You know, I might not get going until 8:15. And sometimes people say, you just woke me up. I apologize. And I'll call them back at 9. I mean, they don't remember. They are not sitting back thinking, oh my God, she just called me. They aren't there. People just aren't there. You know, they're not worrying about what I'm saying to them.
How many calls every day?
25 to 30. Yes, and I need to pick up the pace. But again, and I'm calling. The only time I get up, and most of you know, is at 10 o'clock because I drink a lot of water. I go to the bathroom.
How are you keeping track of who to call back and when to call back?
Oh, thank you for asking that. I don't. I don't have a complicated system. I have a piece of paper. So if you're going to do something in the next 30 days, but usually I'm looking for somebody a little less than that, I have a piece of paper that I'll write your name, your phone number, your address, and I'm writing while I'm talking to you. I don't stop off my phones and then start writing this. I'm writing while I'm talking to you. How much do you think your home's worth? $225. I just talked to her one of these, that's why. And she's retiring in 2 weeks or something like that. Getting a motorhome and leaving town. $225. Tell me about your house. Oh, it's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. Oh my God, I just did granite. Blah, 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 blah. And the house down the street was a foreclosure and it just closed for $169. Thank you. That's going to be good data for us, isn't it? She was a data kind of person. Otherwise, I would have said that would be great numbers for us or whatever. You learn to use the language that other people are using because that's what they hear, right? So that person, I know I will call back on a particular day, and that goes in my red folder. And I open up my red folder every morning. Usually I open up the night before, so I'm ready to go. So I know if I'm going to call somebody on, I have some people that just got back from Hawaii on the 31st, call me on February 1st.
So if someone doesn't answer the phone, you don't go back to them, you just keep moving on?
No, but I'll have that piece of paper with me. I might call them at 3 o'clock.
I just mean in the phone book. If someone doesn't answer, you just keep going.
Oh, God.
You don't go
Oh,
back.
yeah. It's a numbers game. Oh, yeah. I'll be back around. I'll be back to you. I'm serious, and people recognize my voice. You called me last month. All right, Slade.
Jane, before you actually start your calling in the morning, you touched on this briefly, but you start at like 7 o'clock until 8 o'clock calling 2 or 3 of your accountability partners.
Well, I have strong accountability.
So,
and people in the office.
and doing some calls, and that prepares you emotionally and
Yes.
physically to go into the calling program. So it's not like you sat at your seat at 8 o'clock and just started calling.
No. I'm practicing
You
these
prepared
skills. Yeah.
before you even go there.
Yeah. And at 9 o'clock, and Donnie just knows, or whoever was just in my office before we came here, I said, oh, but I have to call my accountability partner. I call somebody at 9 o'clock every day and tell them how many numbers I have, how many appointments I've made. This gal prospects only for people across the country. That's all she does. Is prospects for people in Florida. They fax her the numbers at 4 in the morning. So she calls Florida and makes appointments for people. That's all she does. She's good. She has every single accent down to unbelievable.
I just want to ask, right now, you're in the middle of your prospecting time.
You got that right.
How do you adjust for that?
Very interesting. It's been difficult at best. And I've gone over this with Frank because this is the first time in 15 years since when Frank came to our office that I've gotten involved in anything. Because this is my prospecting time. So I will have to make up that hour. Because my coach isn't going to put up with this. I'm serious. So I have to make up this hour. But I'm pretty wired today, so I can do that, right? Okay, so let's go over this for just a minute. This is great. Okay, number one is discipline. I believe I'm pretty disciplined. I have a morning routine, I exercise, and my energy level is high. I don't do sugar. I exercise every day. So I come from the gym. Now I'm at the office at approximately 7:10 every single day. Not a lot changes for me. My knowledge of the market. I study the MLS every single morning. And I study it like this. I look at the address, okay? So when I hit I have a hot sheet, right? So I go down here and I hit single line, and then up here you hit multi-line. So it comes up with something about this big, correct? I look at the address, I look at the price, I look at who listed it, and then I'm on to the next one. That's all I want to know. Because I want to know who's selling, and I want to know, if this is a price reduction, and this kind of thing. If you do this every single day, you will soon know your market pretty well. Yeah, I don't know every single house, but I pretty much know the market.
You look at the seller too, don't you?
I'm sorry?
The seller?
Yeah, and the seller's name. And that's why a lot of you, I'll ask you what the seller's name is, because that's how my head is programmed. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so number two would be take action. I'm pretty proactive, as most of you know. I do my affirmations. I reinforce my goals every single day. My checkbook is not big enough, sorry. My business plan. This is very important. All my goals are right in front of me every single day. I know how many calls I have to make. I know how many listings I have to take to get the sales that I need to do to make, if I want to make $400,000, I'll tell you all, my average commission right now is $7,046. Divide 7,000 into 46, or 400,000, and that tells you how many deals I have to do. That's what I'm focusing on. It's 2 a week. Hello? I've been doing this for 15 years. I can do this. This is not brain surgery. Correct? Right. Okay. You see, I can get really wired on this stuff. I'm pretty focused. I focus on my long-term plan versus the daily emotional ups and downs. No drama. It is an emotional business, and so if a deal falls apart, oh, poor me. Have your 30-second funeral and get over it, and move on to the next one. So I think I ask a lot of you in the mornings, you're working on your deal. I don't know, and then you stop prospecting, and then work on your deal, and then you don't have a deal anymore, and then we're back trying to find another deal. Maybe we could, work on it together. Value. Asking questions to create value for the client. I'm not there to tell them what to do, how to do it. I'm there to see if I have something of value to them that I can help them get their home sold or buy a home. And then time management. My morning routine, clients are more receptive. That is my take on this. In the afternoons, I can go to the spa all day long if I want, after 11 o'clock. All right?